All right, guys, it is coming up on 5:05, and I want to first off welcome and say Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers watching out there. And unfortunately, I wished I had better news, but right now, for the northern portions of Mississippi, basically from the Highway 82 corridor and points off to the north. There is now a severe thunderstorm watch that is in place for a good portion of northern Mississippi until 9 o'clock tonight. So this watch goes for another 4 hours tonight. Um, for a couple of tornadoes possible, scattered hail up to lime size, and scattered wind gusts upwards of 70 to 80 miles per hour. Now, if you were watching me in central Mississippi or southern Mississippi, you have no threat of seeing severe weather. If you're in Jackson, Kosciuszko, if you're watching me in Philadelphia, Mississippi, Starkville, if you're watching me in Columbus, if you are watching me in Vicksburg, Natchez, Hattiesburg, Laurel, the Pine Belt area, Meridian, you're not under any kind of watch. You're not under any kind of warning. The following places, however, are under the severe thunderstorm watch: Clarksdale, Mississippi, Oxford, Mississippi, Tupelo, Mississippi, Saltillo, Mississippi, Corinth, Mississippi, Olive Branch, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, Tunica, Mississippi, until 9 o'clock tonight. Basically, here is a line of reference. If you are north of the Highway 82 corridor, you're under the watch. If you are south of the 82 corridor, you are not. If you're in Grenada, you're not in the watch. Greenwood and Greenville, not in the watch. Clarksdale, Oxford, Tupelo, Tunica, Mississippi, Corinth, Mississippi, you guys are underneath the watch until 9 o'clock tonight. So, let me take you over here and show you what is going on, and I'm going to pull up my radar because we actually have a batch of storms that is coming over here. Give me just a second. You gotta love live technology, folks. Okay, so here's what we've got going on. We have a line of severe storms that is lined up over here from South Haven, Mississippi, just across the Mississippi River over here into Tunica. And the National Weather Service in Memphis just released a tornado warning for Marianna, Arkansas. So this storm has had a tornado warning with it earlier, just across the Mississippi River over here towards the Marianna, Arkansas area. So if you're watching me in far northwestern Mississippi over here towards the Banks, Mississippi area, the Green River, Hollywood, Commerce Landing, Tunica, Austin, Mississippi, Clayton, Mississippi, you guys are up next for a very intense thunderstorm. Now, let me also just go ahead and tell you that there is no formal warning for Tunica, Hernando, Coldwater, or Senatoba, but there will be one coming within the next 30 to 45 minutes as this batch of storms pushes towards the Tunica, Mississippi area. I will put this into motion for you and let you see how it is sliding on along. And if you are watching me along the Mississippi River near the Memphis metro area from Horn Lake all the way down to Como and Senatobah, Mississippi. This line of storms is going to impact you, and then eventually it will be scooting over here towards the Oxford and Holly Springs area a little bit later on. Now, there are I just noted a tornado warning in the northern part of the Memphis metro area, but that's Tennessee. We will not focus on that. But if you were over here for Greenville, Indianola, and Greenwood, Mississippi, we are going to have to watch the progression of these storms that are down here towards the Camden, Arkansas area, because these storms have had a history of producing hail over the size of 2 inches in diameter, and all of these supercells that are just off to the west of Monticello, Arkansas, are moving over here in a direction of Greenville, Leland, Indianola, and Cleveland, Mississippi areas a little bit later on. So that is the issue that we've got ongoing right now. Let me just go ahead and retell this. This batch of storms and supercells that is west of Monticello, Arkansas, is moving in this direction right here towards Greenville, Indianola, and Greenwood, also towards Cleveland, Mississippi, and that is on the southern end of this. If you are up here in northern Mississippi, we have to watch this batch of storms that is near the Mississippi River and Tunica, Mississippi, as it continues to push off towards this way. So once again, there is your situation that is ongoing for Mississippi. So okay, so apparently, just for our friends north into Tennessee, we actually have a confirmed tornado that is on the ground, that is north of Milton in northern Tennessee. So that is the issue that we've got ongoing right now. But this storm right here is coming towards the Tunica, Mississippi area. And unfortunately, this storm does look like it is trying to re-strengthen and form a hook there on the radar. So let me turn on velocity and see if there is any sign of rotation with the storm. And yes, there is a little bit. So if you are watching me towards Hollywood or Tunica, Mississippi along 61, you may want to think about going to your safe place just in case Memphis does issue a tornado warning for the northwestern portions of Mississippi. So these storms are definitely packing a punch. They are crossing the Mississippi River right now, coming over here towards Fox Island, and then, of course, Austin, Mississippi, over towards Tunica and North Tunica right now. Also, St. Francis Island Landing as well, and then up here towards Mahoon Landing as well. So that is the situation that we've got ongoing right now for Mississippi. And just as a point of reference, there is your severe thunderstorm watch box that I was showing you earlier. And this includes Clarksdale, Hernando, Oxford, New Albany, Pontotoc, Tupelo, Amory, and Grenada, Mississippi until 9 o'clock tonight. And there again is some of the smaller towns that are underneath the severe thunderstorm watch in northern Mississippi. Ripley, Holly Springs National Forest, Oxford, Water Valley, Charleston, Clarksdale, Jonestown, Ferris Point, Tupelo, Verona, Saltillo, Guntown, Baldwin, Boonville, Belmont, Fulton, Amory, Houston, Bruce, and then getting up here towards South Haven. So that watch goes until 9 o'clock tonight for the following areas in Mississippi. All right, so the Mississippi counties included in the watch: Alcorn, Chickasaw, Itawamba, Marshall, Pontotoc, Tallahatchie, Tishomingo, Yellowbusha, Benton, Coahoma, Lafayette, Monroe, Prentiss, Tate, Tunica, Calhoun, DeSoto, Lee, Panola, Quitman, Tippia, and Union counties in Mississippi until 9 o'clock tonight. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off here on the Facebook page for now because there are no active warnings in Mississippi. However, when there is a warning that pops up for Mississippi, I will be right back here providing severe weather coverage for you guys because that is what we do. I do is provide a secondary source of severe weather for you guys. And like I said, in any event that there is any other tornado warnings or severe weather warnings that come for any part of Mississippi, I will be right back here to provide long form severe weather coverage for you guys on the Facebook page. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I will be back here doing another update here very, very soon on the Facebook page and social media.